Rex with the Jets. You ready to do this?
Born ready, man.
Let's get it then. Let's get it. And we've got Joe and Coach Sala and everybody else in here. They're going to stop
Swaggy Sauce Gardner. How you doing, brother? Joe Douglas.
I'm great, man. Blessed to be here, man.
Hey, man. You ready to join the family?
Hey, man, I just want to thank y'all, man. If this happened at Ford, man, I'm going to be the highest draft in Cincinnati history, man.
Well, here it is. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right,
hey, man, I'm going to turn you over to Coach Sala. Hey, man,
right,
congrats, man. Welcome to the family.
Appreciate you.
Congratulations, brother.
Hey,
man.
Hey, we're excited. We sweated for about 15 minutes, but you were always the one, man. And from one Detroit kid to another, we're gonna have a hell of a time out here turning this thing.
A little insight into what happened in the draft room last night. You know, when you hear someone say this is Rex from the Jets, you think, was this 2010 all over again? But that was Rex Hogan, assistant GM, not Rex Ryan.
Yeah, right.
The Jets taking care of business. They get Sauce Gardner, who ended up being the second cornerback taken. See, it's all a matter of perspective. Hey, if I go fourth overall, I'm the highest draft pick in Cincinnati history. Yeah, but you're not the first corner taken. That was Derek Stingley Jr., a little bit of a mild surprise there with the Texans at number 3. We talked about that yesterday. But Gardner is there for the Jets at 4. They followed up with Garrett Wilson at 10, and then they trade back in to snag Florida State edge rusher Jermaine Johnson, who, in the eyes of some, fell. In the eyes of others, that's where he was supposed to be. Who really knows? But the Jets had him rated high enough that they were more than happy to jump back into the bottom of round 1 and get him with the 26th pick. So they come out of the draft with 3. Their most first-round picks since 2000 when they had 4. Last night they get 3.
Well, to me, they won the first round. They're the team that won the first round. Again, I think there's some other things that played with the Jermaine Johnson, Mike. I know a bunch of teams that had him as one of their 10 best players on the board. I texted with people last night. I think there's a little more to the story maybe than we don't know there quite yet. But, man, they need a corner. They get Sauce Gardner, who, again, there's not a lot of humans on earth that are built the way Sauce Gardner is. 6'3.5", that long, that fast, that quick, aggressive, gets his hands on you at the line of scrimmage, night, it's over. And then he brings a swagger that's just perfect for New York. And, again, it's New York and Robert Saleh. Saleh came from the Seattle scheme and all that. This is their version of, even though he's walking the wrong way here, I mean, Sauce, please turn around and go the other way, which was a great moment last night. But they got their version of a better Richard Sherman, where Saleh grew up in Seattle. They got that guy. And now they got Cliff Averill and Jermaine Johnson to come off the edge, and you got a speed burner, do-it-all wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. To me, they addressed their 3 biggest needs in the first round, and guys that I think are going to be real difference-makers type of players for the New York Jets.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. And look, if you're a Jets fan, to come out of it with 3 first-round picks, man, it's so many needs, and this is a way to go out and fill them, and you're trying to build around Zach Wilson. I would have liked to have seen an offensive lineman, but that's okay. There's still plenty of picks left to be made. But the Jets, who had fallen really out of the pack in the AFC, the Jets, the Texans, and the Jaguars are the 3 teams that I look at and I say good luck, but at least they're trying to lay the foundation to turn this thing around, and we'll see what they can do.
They got a lot of picks
you're
still, you know?
You're going to need some good corners if you're going to keep up with some of these teams in the AFC, and they got Sauce Gardner.
Right.
Here's Joe Douglas talking about the 3 first-round picks made by the Jets last night.
We got better tonight, and what a great opportunity. A lot of credit goes to our coaching staff and our scouts for all the hard work they put in to make an opportunity like this come to fruition. So feel fortunate that we were able to get three players that we feel can really help this team now moving forward. 3 players that were in our top 8, so excited about that. He's awesome.
There you go. 3 players in their top 8, Mike. That's why you make that trade to go get the guy. That's right. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Let's hope your top 8 isn't off base.
Right.
Because let's face it, Joe Douglas is getting closer and closer to being on the hot seat. I mean, what's he really done in the time that he's been there? This was his moment to step up and get it done. And Zach Wilson needs to validate the faith that was put in him last year. So they believe in Zach Wilson. I know you believe in Zach Wilson. You need to have the pieces around him. But this is important for Joe Douglas that he hits on two of these guys minimum, and maybe all three. If you got all three in your top 8, let's go. Let's see what the Jets can do now. They gave us flashes last year, but not nearly enough. We'll see what they can do this year with these 3 rookies they're going to have running around.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.